Hey, it's Jordan Sanchez with Neon Owl, and of course we're here at ADE 2022. I'm joined by my good friend Collin Oliver, and of course to my right, Steff da Campo. What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
It's good to have you here, and I'm glad that we get to have this moment at ADE.
Yeah.
It feels like it's back this year, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like the COVID came, and last year was like everything closed at 12 because nobody could go out anymore. And it was not the vibe, nobody came.
Yeah.
Only like Dutch people. And this year is like everybody texting me like, are you at ADE, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's coming.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So how nice is it to have, ADE back, especially as a Dutch artist?
Yeah, well, for me, it's like, I live here like 1.5 hour drive. So you guys come from New York and Florida,
Yeah.
and so for me it's like it's like going to my second home, and but it's so amazing to see everybody in real life, Like yesterday I had to play, and it was like, oh, but fuck, you're from Spain, you're from
Yeah.
I can everybody see you like straight in the eyes instead of like DM, collab bro and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So this is really cool.
Well,
cool.
that's one of the reasons why I like ADE, especially coming from Miami. Is that, we have Miami Music Week, obviously, and that's cool because it's a big party vibe.
Uh-huh.
And I know a lot of Dutch DJs, they love going to Miami because it's cool parties, right?
And nice weather.
Yeah, and nice weather.
Yeah.
I personally love ADE a little bit more,
Yeah.
especially from the standpoint of like, I get to do this with you, sit down and
Yes.
just have a nice conversation. I don't think you could really do that at Miami Music Week. There's a lot of partying.
I've never been to Miami, I have to say,
Oh.
and every year I get like asked to get like playing, but I don't have a visa yet.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I can't go play there. So I have to go there and like enjoy, and which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the moment I get a visa. But what is like the difference between American and AD then?
Well, so
For you then?
just for me,
This
and
interview, by the way,
yeah,
guys.
right. So for me, I think it's first of all, Dutch guys run Miami during
Yes.
Music Week. So like
Cool.
like MC Heights, was
Yes,
always
oh, man,
there.
Peter.
Yeah, he's always there.
Yeah.
Sam Felt always has his party
Yes,
there.
yes.
And I think it's very much the Dutch vibe. Like
Yeah.
Miami definitely changes to a little bit of a Dutch city during Music Week, but it's more party centric.
Yeah.
It's less
Yeah.
like conferences. It's
Yes.
less like conversational.
Yeah.
But it's cool because you get to showcase music a little bit more,
Uh-huh.
like your new track. So like I always see ADE and Miami Music Week as like a tandem. Like
Yeah.
you kind of link up at ADE talk,
Yeah.
and then in Miami you show what you.
I always got the idea that Miami is like, well, the American people is they jumped in later in the EDM scene, right? So they are a little bit more enthusiastic. Here it's like a more yesterday a guy was playing EDM and everybody was running away. But that's the scene right now is more like groovy, like taggy,
Oh, yeah.
and I think. But people there in America are like, wow, they're dressed like a Tomorrowland. And that's here. It's like everybody's but that's a little bit Dutch culture as well. It's a little bit down to earth.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yes.
One of the things I like too. I mean, I like the hype stuff, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, but I do love the kind of down to earth thing that Dutch people have, especially in the scene.
Yeah.
And we brought this up when we were speaking.
They smoke too much, by the way.
That's exactly what it is. You can stop. Yeah. So we were talking to Joe Stone recently about this, and it's. I feel like that down to earth vibe kind of gives a more collaborative spirit to things. So speak on that a little bit when it comes to the Dutch community.
Yeah, well, I'm here. I didn't know. We had an interview, so I was here a little bit earlier. But like my whole family is here. From spinning, from Roger is the main. You got Jordan from the A&R. We are like friends. We call each other like every week or every month. We sitting down and then Sam Feld is running and this, how it's like, for us, it's like normal.
Yeah.
So it's not like, maybe we are a little bit down to earth, but that makes also, and you know what the difference is? It's always cold here. So everybody's in the studio.
Yeah.
And everybody's making music. And that's the reason why maybe Dutch people are making more house and better music, because they started earlier, because it was like wintertime. In summer it's also wintertime. And in Miami, they are all laying on the beach.
Exactly.
But it's like, it's simple. Because if I go to Spain on a holiday, I'm laying down on the beach as well.
Yeah, for
Every
sure.
day.
And, I think maybe you could speak on a little bit more about that collaborative, especially him being a young artist. And then you kind of being like a very experienced. I don't want to talk about old. I'm old. I know. But it's a good thing, especially in this scene.
I love it.
The older guys are the ones that have shown that you can't quit, right? You have to keep going.
Well, when Martin Garrix came up and he was 16 years old, now there was a problem because when somebody was 22 years old, he said, I didn't make it, man, I didn't make it. I said, man, I'm fucking 42. Are you kidding me? You can start whatever. It's an age. It's not that's the end of your lifetime.
Yeah.
Of course, you're getting a little bit older and whatever, but and you get a beard and maybe a little bit gray.
Yeah.
But fuck it, man, it's music.
Yeah.
So they look up at a guy which is one of the millions, trillions who made it, when he was 16, which is awesome, for him. But it's not an example for the reality,
right.
So, and that's for me, I think, inspirational. The people look at me okay, we can make it when we are 40.
Yeah.
And
I think it's just the beauty of the scene in general where we don't really look at age. We're very accepting,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
And again, the Dutch really bring that vibe too. And I love that. And we were actually upstairs listening to Sam Felt and his, he was speaking at his panel.
Yeah, he told me.
He was awesome, first of all.
Yeah.
Great. But
guy.
it's cool to be on a label with people like this. And I think Dutch people encapsulate this a lot. And they think more than just the music. Like Sam, for example, he's very entrepreneurial. He gives back and stuff like that.
Yes.
I want to talk. So we're with Neon Owl, and they're really, really big on being charitable and having a movement, something that's more than just music. Talk to me about maybe something that you feel that's important to you as far as
I'm
philanthropic
totally
thing.
agree in that. What I think is everybody has his his own thing, Sam Veld is really into. He knows everything.
That's crazy, right?
He runs a label. He's a really good DJ. He's thinking I don't know. He's always on point, and I think everybody has his own thing. And for me, it's I collab with smaller guys, and everybody's telling me, even Jordan that. Hey, you have to work with that guy. I said, yeah, but I don't give a fuck, man. If you're making music, even if you're 16 or 18 or 50 and you have a good track, it's a good track.
Yeah.
I don't care about a name or whatever. It's about music, and I think that's my philosophy about it. Just to help those people a little bit where I can.
Yeah. Well, we have a young guy here, teenage guy coming up, so it's a good thing to see kind of this. I would say I'm in the middle. We're sitting almost my age, right?
Exactly. It's how do you say the?
I know what it is.
My son.
Yeah. So I think it's cool that you mentioned that because we're obviously here trying to make connects and stuff.
Yeah.
And Neon Owl is also really big on helping artists that are up on the up and up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool because the whole thing, I think Night Owl and just ADE together, Neon Owl and ADE together, it's a good way to show off that it's more than just music. It's also about the connections and the collaboration and bringing up the artists, right? The young artists.
The young artists, give them a chance, and don't be a sort of jealous thing about younger people who are bigger or having more streams or better DJs. I only I salute them, They do something probably more right than me or so, but you have to choose your own path. And the younger people have the problems. They look up but that you want that. No, just take your time and do your thing and be respectful to those who brings you
positivity,
happiness. That's it.
I wanted to shift the energy. I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, but because we have someone that's an up-and-coming artist, up and coming is relative, right? This is a young guy that's building. What are your thoughts when you hear Steff talk to what I want to know what you think about his thoughts.
It's crazy to see someone who, in my opinion, has just been able to sustain himself with their music, and I'm still working there. And knowing that you've been able to do that is such a good example for people like me on the upcome to know that it's possible and doable. And know that it's taking time and you're able to do it, and we can see that. And it's something to relate to.
Yeah, well, it's so funny because I recognize like younger people when I just started music. You make music and you think, oh, everybody likes this, you know. And and my mom listened to, oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, well, yeah, fuck it. And when I had my first release, it was like with I think a bigger release was with Hell Deep. I think with Oliver Heldens. I think Get Busy, right? That was one of my first bigger ones, and I thought. I brought it out and I thought, well, now it's going, you know, I can travel the world. No fucking way.
Yeah, right?
No, you have to build, you have to build. And you know, even one release on Spinning, one release on Hexagon, one release on that, it makes you like growing. But just do what you like to do, you know. Don't see too much to what other people do. Try to blend what is hot with your own style. That's always my advice to younger people. But they're like, I want to do my own thing. Nobody cares, man. So but try to do your own thing, because if you make a clap or a hi-hat or a melody or whatever, it's your sound because you are in the studio. But try to fix and blend it with the sounds who are like now. So DJs can play it. Yeah. DJs need to play it. That's the only advice I can give to the people who are listening. DJs has to play it. So try to not copy, you know, it's not a copy thing, but like blend like sort of 50-50.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. ADE 2022, Jordan Sanchez with Collin Olive, sitting down with Steff da Campo, Neon Owl, bringing you all this great content at the biggest dance conference in the world, ADE. And of course, ADE is known for artists bring out new music, their events, surprises. Anything in store for us this week from Steff da Campo?
To go to or to visit.
Yeah, anything. Well, we want to like enjoy. Like,
I have to say, you know, I was like, I've been here like 10 years ago, and you had one room, you know, and next to me was Tiesto, Fat Legrand, and everyone. And like, okay, and I got my CD with me, you know, because I worked with a dance label, so this is my CD, okay, okay. So I got a text from Fed next week. Yeah, I like your track, you know. That was ADE, but now it's so fucking big. You have to let it like come at you. Come at you. I don't know how to say it.
You have to kind of let it all come.
Let it all come, you know, because go to ADE and I always tell like, he's always a planner, you know. That's my camera guy. He's a planner. He said, oh, what are you going to do? No, we'll see, you know. You run here in this building. And I didn't know Roger was here. I didn't know Jordan was here. I didn't even know they were all here, you know. Some fellows come running with. I don't, you know, you can't plan everything. So ADE is like everybody's gathering and just enjoy the people who you like talk with, all people from other countries, because they bring a lot of different stuff, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've definitely enjoyed this conversation with you.
Well, yeah.
It's been very, I honestly, for me, just getting to sit down with the participants and the artists, just kind of like, you know, it gives you inspiration.
Exactly.
When you leave here, I want to go into the studio. Like, I want to go home. I'm trying to get into the studio.
For me, the same, you know. I get inspiration from all of you guys.
Yeah. That's amazing.
The energy is, by the way, really, really awesome here.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it. Well, Steff da Campo, ADE 2022, you already know. Neon Owl giving you all the best content this year. The real comeback year of ADE. Steff da Campo, thank you so much for sitting in there. And if you have anything to say,
we go to the commercials now, right? So,
let's run the ads. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
it.
Okay, thank you.